Hey everyone, TrainGuy1969 here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be featuring this Walthers Cornerstone DQ Grill and Chill. However, it isn't quite what you think. When I got this model, I took a look at it and thought, I already have a DQ. It's an older fashioned style of DQ building. And I thought, well, what am I going to do with this particular one? Well, after taking a closer look at it, I realized that it's very similar in design to an iconic Canadian restaurant chain that I feel every Canadian should have on his or her layout. So I did a little bit of research, got myself some paints, did a little bit of 3D printing, and in the end, instead of a DQ Grill and Chill, I had myself a Tim Hortons. So this is my version of an HO Scale Tim Hortons. This again is the DQ Grill and Chill modified to look like a Tim Hortons. So I painted it up in some of the iconic modern day Tim Horton paint colors. I 3D printed the Tim Hortons sign on the building. The blinds over the windows are actually photos of actual blinds that I found on the internet that I then resized to approximately HO scale and glued onto the building. So we'll take a closer look at this. You can see the 3D printed Tim Hortons, the blinds going around the building. I do have a little extra work still to do on it. I've got some rooftop accessories coming in, some vents and whatnot, so I'll put those on top of the roof. Might add on a couple different signs onto the building in different spots. But for the most part, it's completely done. And we go back to the front. So once I had that done, I had to then 3D print a Tim Hortons sign. So this is a 3D printed sign. The stickers that make up the Tim Hortons, the Always Fresh, and the drive-through are just that. They're stickers. I have them on both sides. The yellow and brown stripes I painted on. Now it's not exactly HO scale. This is the only one I could find online on the sites that I have available to me. So I thought it was close enough that it looks pretty good. And then of course you can't have a Tim Hortons without having your drive-through. So I created this little mini drive-through ordering sign. So this is actually a photograph that I took off of the internet and then scaled down. I printed out a couple of them, cut them out. So now I've got a two-sided driveway sign. So you can have people going down both sides there to the drive-through. The base of it is actually just a popsicle stick that was this right width, and then I just painted it brown. And the stand that it's on is actually just, this was an old telephone pole. So I just cut it down to size and glued the sign onto it. And there, that gives me my menu board for my Tim Hortons drive-through. So a pretty cool looking little building. Again, not bad details, fairly straightforward and easy to do. It'll be a great addition to the layout. And yeah, it's something that, like I said, I think every Canadian should have on their layout. Now, it does seem a little bit out of place because, of course, anytime I go to a Tim Hortons, there's always a lot of vehicles in the parking lot and a lot of people in the drive-thru. So if you give me a minute, we'll get it set up the way it should be. And there we are, your prototypical Tim Hortons with your stereotypical police cars, of course, parked in the parking lot with our RCMP and Canadian Pacific Railway Police. We have our taxi cab back there, a couple convertibles in the lot, and of course, our drive-through. Again, a fun kit to build. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did like what you see, please subscribe and have yourselves a great day. Take care.